Hello guys, welcome and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for finding out my page. I love you and you're welcome. My page is all about Brazil, telling you guys how to move to Brazil, study in Brazil, work in Brazil. And today I'll bring in a new topic entirely. I'm sure some people have been waiting. My DM has been there. Please talk about this thing. Please talk about this thing. Today we'll talk about it in this video. My old subscribers, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. You already know that I love you so much. Thank you for your support and your love. Thank you very much. Let's take this thing to 600 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. So on today's video, I will be talking to you guys about how to give birth in Brazil. This one is for our women. Women, how to give birth in Brazil. Some people will be asking me, telling me, or when are you going to talk about this thing? When are you going to talk about how to give birth in Brazil? When are you going to talk about we don't want to born in Brazil? La 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 la. Finally, the day has come. Thank God. So as I was saying, how do you give birth in Brazil? That is today's topic. First, I will start with Brazil, like an introduction to Brazil. We all know, I've always been saying it in my story, in my YouTube, that Brazil is a beautiful country. It's a country in the Southern America, and their language is Portuguese, strictly Portuguese. They do not speak English here. People that speak English are just personal trained, or maybe their offices require them because they're international based, or like they're international bodies. So if not, it's a Portuguese language country, and their currency is real. It's the largest country in the Southern America, and is the fifth largest in the world. So it's a beautiful country. It has about 26 states, and all the states have different tribes, different culture, different accent, but one nation. I'll be talking to you guys about how to give birth in Brazil. Yeah. What are the first steps? What are the first things you need to do? We all know that as a mother, if you're not privileged to enjoy some things, you would want your children to enjoy it. You understand? Maybe maybe a person, a woman, or she was born in a country that the passport is very appreciated, or what word can I use, where the passport can like take them to so many countries. They wouldn't want that limitation to extend to their children. So you know what they would do? They will like try to find a solution for how their child can get a better passport and a better life in general. So if you're looking forward to like your children's future, you want them to have another passport aside from the one that you own already in your own country, you can try Brazil. Coming to Brazil to give birth is one of the best things that can happen to anyone, in the sense that the healthcare system is free. You get feeding, and you get permanent residency. Your child gets citizenship, and it extends to other family members, the grandparents of the child, the siblings of the child, and the parents of the child. Who wouldn't want that for their children? Who wouldn't even want that for their family? I'm sure everybody does. So the first thing first is that as a person, as a lady, when you find out that you're pregnant and you would love to move to Brazil to deliver your baby, first thing you need to do is visit the embassy or the consulate general. Visit any of them, either in Abuja or in this is for my Nigerian viewers, either in Abuja or in Lagos. For my other viewers in other countries, visit the embassy or the consulate general in your country. Apply for visiting visa, tourist visa, or I think they have a section of pregnancy visa, like a type of visa where you just want to come and give birth and go back. You don't plan to live in Brazil. So they know that most of the people always come there they don't like to go back. Like when they give them visa, when they come here, they don't want to go back. Then maybe constitute nuisance, no get a job. You find out that the country is speaking Portuguese. You are trapped. You feel trapped. You feel useless. You feel like you shouldn't have done this. You even get the passport for your child and be regretting that. What will you use it for? If you do not want those things to happen to you, I suggest that you follow these steps that I am about to give you. Number one, when you get pregnant and you made up your mind that you want to come to Brazil to give birth to your child, the first thing you need to do is go to the embassy to apply for a tourism visa or a pregnant package visa. I'm sure when you get to the embassy and you speak to them, they would have something for you. So you apply for the visa, you pay the application fee. When your visa comes out, you come to Brazil, you rent an apartment, you stay for 3 months, 4 months, and then you register, or you use the 3 to 4 months to register yourself and get settled in Brazil. You go to the hospital, you register yourself, you go to the healthcare, you go to some other places, immunization center, and some other places like registration center for your kids. You get there and go and register yourself. You get settled in Brazil before your due date. So I don't advise people that always want to give, like, your due date is like a month and then you're coming in a month to your due date. It's going to be very stressful for you. So I advise you come in 3, 4, 5 months to your due date. So when you get here, you settle down, you got an apartment, you're still agile because you're 5 months to go. So you're still agile, you can get to know the country, you can learn the language, you can I know they always give 3 months visa to this kind of stuff. They give you 3 months visa, that's 90 days, but it can be extended because it's pregnancy. You are pregnant, you are intending to give birth here, so it can be extended. So you get to know the environment. You can decide if you want to stay back or if you want to return to your home country. You can check the educational system if it works for you or not. You can check the healthcare system if it works for you or not. Although the healthcare system is free, the educational system is free for your children and even for yourself if you are a young adult that intend to further your education. So it depends on you. Check around, check environments, check where you can, check for neighborhoods where you can where you can develop yourself, where you can grow a family, and where you would want to stay with your family, your husband, your children, and you feel like it's secured, it's not a very dangerous place. Although me, I don't think there's a dangerous place in Brazil in general. People only talk about what they don't know about. People who always like to talk about what they don't know. So me, I don't feel like there's even any dangerous place in Brazil in general, because my time right now is around 3 o'clock, and I'm trying to make different several videos and content, and I'm not scared of anything is moving or anything. If I were to be in Nigeria, I would have turned off all my lights, call the security to off the gen and all those things. So there's nothing like that. Sometimes I would even jog around 12 a.m. Yeah, and wake up like around 3, around 5 or 6 to go and jog before I stopped. So there's nobody else. The only thing I don't do is I don't take my phone with me. Do you get? So nobody's going to harm you if you're just doing your own thing. You're not getting involved in some very raz business. So anyway, let's not divert too much. You've settled, you've checked the environment, then you make decisions. What do I want to do? Do I want to stay back in Brazil? Do I want to grow in Brazil with my children? Do I want my children to grow in Brazil? So you make that decisions, and then when you finally take decision, if your decision is to stay back, then you can begin your life, probably start a business, probably go on to take a course and then get a job. You could your daughters or your son is going to school, their school is free, they don't pay for school fees, they don't pay for food, they get fed in school. I've said it before in my videos, the children get fed in school by the government, and then you don't have to worry about breakfast, what they take to school or not. You can just buy them snacks, and I think that's just that you are spoiling them, you get, because everything they will need is in school. Even the ones that you cannot afford is in the school. So like for lunch, so it's in the school. They'll feed the children. Another thing is that if you decided that you want to go back to your home country, then your child already has a citizenship, has a passport, and is a son, like is a child of the soil. Whenever they want to come back, whenever you want to come back with your kid, you are allowed to come back with your kid, because the Brazilian birthing process allows you as a mother to have PR, permanent residency, and the child automatic citizenship. You do not have to waste time. You don't wait 10 years, you don't wait no, automatic citizenship when you give birth to your child. And you as a parent, both you and your husband, permanent residency even extends to the siblings of your kids and the grandparents of your kids. So permanent residency for all the family. Brazilians are very welcoming. They are sweet people, clean, nice, very, very, cheeky people, very sweet. So I think that's what's extending to their governmental policies that makes everything this smooth for them. They don't like problems, they don't have voila, they just want to go on their own. Yes, they carry, like some people would do drugs, some people carry guns, but we all know that societal issues that would cause stuff like that, and maybe lack of education. And when you're talking about lack of education, it's not because there's no education, it's because they do not want to go to school. Do you get? So it's international students like we Nigerians that come here and then dominate their school system. So anyways, if you stayed here and then in 2 years after being a permanent resident, you would apply for citizenship. You would take a Portuguese exam. Yes, so don't think it's easy like that. You take a Portuguese exam, so you need to perfect your Portuguese. People that don't want to speak Portuguese, I keep saying it, you need to learn Portuguese. It's even for yourself, it's for your own betterment. When you learn to speak another language, you know that you've already increased your own skill on your own. You can even be a translator online to another country that speaks English, or that another country that would need a translator of Portuguese. So it's like your own skill that you've bettered, not even for anybody. Do you get? So you would write an exam and then you get your citizenship in the next year, in a year after the permanent residency, and you've had your child. So after all this has been done, you can still decide to leave, because the passport takes your child to 171 country, and it takes you to 171 countries, and including the US. Yes, so the US gives you 10 years visa. If you're a Brazilian citizen, you can get a visa for 10 years to go to the USA. So it extends to the parents, extends to everybody. Just apply for tourism visa to the US, and then you get 10 years visa to the US or Canada. You can use the visa, you can use your passport to enter any country. On another video, I'll be talking about how the Brazilian passport is one of the strongest passports in the entire world right now. So thank you guys so much for listening. I don't want to elongate this video for too long, so thank you guys for listening. If you're willing to give birth and give your child the chance to have another passport, a chance to have like a chance to see the world with their small passports, a chance to enjoy the world, a chance to visit the entire world, you should try Brazil. You want your child to have another citizenship, you want your child to be able to have privileges of some things that your own home country don't allow. You should think Brazil. Advise that please don't be desperate, just take your time. It's not a competition with anybody. Calm down, especially Africans that are coming here. Calm down, take your time. Don't get pregnant for the wrong person because you want to get passport. Don't rush into anything because you think you want to get permanent residency. Take your time. This permanent residency will be here forever till the end of the world. This is Brazil. They are very, 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 very detailed people and very, very disciplined people. Healthcare has been like this free. Education has been free since 80s and in the since the 50s and 30s and 20s. So take your time. Have a family of your own. Don't let anybody come and use you to give birth or to get permanent residency. All those things. Just take your time, please. Guard your body. I know I'm not in a position to advise anyone because I do not know anybody's personal story, but take your time, please. Don't get into the wrong trap because you are desperate for something that will eventually happen. It will eventually happen for you. You just have to calm down and do it with the right person. So I advise that when you're coming here to give birth, calm down. Get someone to marry from home. Let it be your husband. Don't just come here as a single lady and then get pregnant for anybody because you are in a hurry, because you want to get permanent residence, or because you feel like it's a competition, or because you feel like it's going to end very soon. It's not going anywhere. Just take your time and put everything in prayers. So thank you guys very much. See you in the next video. Ciao.